Wow. So that was interesting. I hope some guys are here. I'm just going to kind of wait around and see if anybody shows up. I asked my team to come and hang out. I didn't get a response. Uh, so I will wait around and see if I see some people here first because I'm not really into announcing to the air. Well, I can announce it to the air because I've already like really had a shouting session this morning with my gratitude and having that whole thing going on. But hi, this is Vivian, and welcome to my channel, Successful Mind Power. And I'm just so happy and grateful that I am live again. I actually haven't gone live in wow, in a long time because I've been trying to do all this video editing and all this whole 9 yards. But typically, that's not. It's a little bit less personal. So, but hopefully, I will get some folks in here and so I can make this announcement. So I'm just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna hang out and hang out here. I'm gonna see if I can throw some music on the subject. Uh, right quick on my other computer, and then just see if anybody comes. I'm thinking. If you're coming in, say something, say hi. Let me know you're here. I'm going to get some music that YouTube is and all those people aren't gonna cut out, right? So go to the audio library and say, here's what I want. I want some happy music. Wow. So probably need to turn the sound on. That's not. Do you hear that? Okay, I'm happy. Well, I don't have an audience right now, but you know what? I'm just gonna do the announcement. And the other thing about it is I can't share my screen with you on this live stream. YouTube needs to get better about that. Because a lot of people, and I'm going to turn this down a little bit because you probably can't hear me because I'm screaming my head off. A lot of people like to get on YouTube, and I've seen several YouTubes where there's an insert of information, but those are not live typically. So I'm trying to figure out software because I know I was reading they used to do it on Hangouts or whatever. I've seen Hangouts, but I've never thought to do a Hangout on YouTube. Let's think about that. But I don't think the service is not available anymore, according to, and I don't really like this music. According to the information that I read. So I just wanted, I'm still trying to wait for at least some of my team members to come or somebody to come and hang out. And I see one person, but you know, they're not showing themselves. So, um, so I'm just gonna look to see what's going on with the my group of people because I see a whole bunch of people that saw it, but they're not coming, they're not hanging out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. All righty. I'm just trying to find some really good music. Nope, not that one. Let's see. This says it's inspirational. Oh wow. So I don't know if you can hear that. I'm trying to put it closer to the speaker. Or maybe I should just increase the sound. That might help. Yeah, no. That's not the right one either, right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's try this. It's fun. But anyway, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make the talk about what I want to talk about. So I started this YouTube channel back in January of this year. 2020 has been kind of rough, right? But it started out good. It started out January, February. Of course, we didn't. I think the COVID thing was around then, but we didn't know about it. So it was all good, right? Until like March, I think, is when all the announcements started to be made, and then all the chaos and all that stuff going on. But I started the YouTube channel basically to continue what I was doing on Facebook, was meaning to inspire and motivate people to just basically go for what they wanted, and also to share a book that I was reading, A Year of Positive Thinking. So uh, sharing that positive message across two platforms was my intention, and so but I was struggling to get viewers and subscribers. And one of the things that I learned is that I wasn't asking for that. Crazy, right? So if you're asking for someone to subscribe to your channel or view your things, and you're like, come on in here. And I was looking at Tabitha Brown. I love this girl. So she sings this song, "Come On in the Room," and she tells people, when you come in the room, go ahead and click that share. So it's also there's another influencer on YouTube and Facebook. Um, God, I can't remember his name now. That's bad, right? But I like the young man. But every time he comes on his lives, he's like, okay, come on, like and share, like and share, like and share. Come on in and do that. So I'm asking, like and share, subscribe to the channel so that, I can keep giving these positive messages to whoever might want or need it. But today, this live was to share some good news with you guys, and to make sure that I put that out there for now. I just got somebody that said that they weren't able to, to find it. Because I'm live streaming. Apparently, maybe it's a different thing. For the live stream. So I'm just gonna do this. Not sure. Well, I'm typing. You hear me? I know, right? She's like, she's in the middle of talking and she's just gonna stop and start typing. Yeah, I'm sending messages to my group just to see if anybody's gonna show up. Okay, so anyway, here's I'm all around the world and through the moon, right? So anyway, what I was talking about was, so when you go into either a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live or whatever platform you're doing, whether you're doing it pre-recorded or whatever, but you have to ask for what you want, right? Because people are not just going to automatically, even if they like it, they're not going to automatically click like, and they're not going to automatically click share. They're not going to automatically do anything, right? So the thing is to ask, to say, okay, if you're here, show your face, say something, say hi. You don't have to say you like it if you don't. Doesn't matter. Just ask for what you want. So that's what I was failing to do. But I also, Wesley Virgin has his YouTube monetization group. And so I joined the group in August, I believe it was August. And what the group does is we share our channels. And when we share those channels with each other, then we enter into these buddy groups, and we watch each other's videos, and give some watch time and subscribers to the person's YouTube channel. My thing was, when I joined, my channel was already 8 months old. So with the YouTube thing, you really, to monetize, you really should have a channel at that monetization level before your year is up, within the year that you started your YouTube channel. So As things progressed and as the group built, because the group is young, right? So there pretty much weren't enough active um, members to get me to where I needed to be. Now the watch time is increasing because what you're in the buddy groups. There's at least 10 and sometimes 13 people watching your videos, and I have 300 and some odd videos, so have plenty of material, right? So the watch time was increasing, but YouTube was deleting some subscribers. For some whatever reason that YouTube does that. I don't know why they do that. And also some of the watch time wasn't sticking. Some of the subscribers weren't sticking. And so it was this whole 9 yards. So recently, Jeremy Perez, who's one of the leaders of the group that puts like the buddy groups together and everything. So he works really hard doing that. Discovered that the way we were doing it was not right. So in my mind, I said, oh my God, so with all these things disappearing and all that, I'm not going to make my year for the monetization. Then I have to start a new channel. And I have starting a new channel for me was like, no, I'm not doing that, because it's just it was just like I would be destroying what I built. And so I listened to Wesley Virgin a lot about other things too, because he's a good businessman, and he's always telling us, say, if there's something that you can't do or that is not your expertise, yeah, sure, go ahead and still learn it. Go ahead and still check on, to learn it for yourself, but hire someone. If it's taking up a whole bunch of your time and is not doing anything for you, hire someone. So I was introduced, Silva Christoph, who's in our group, introduced me to her, the young lady that makes her banner and thumbnails and that sort of thing. And her name is Becca. And she goes she has a business name, Becca Graphics. So, but as talking to her and going through all these things with her, she introduced me to her husband and her husband's team. Her husband does SEO improvement. Basically, they take your YouTube channel and they improve the SEO scores on it so that it gets more attention. And so I talked to him and we talked about these things. And he also has a team of people that have good attention and channels with a lot of subscribers and that sort of thing. So he shares it across different platforms. He shares your channel across different platforms so that not only do you get the watch time, but you also get the subscribers. So the subscribers may be slower than the watch time because people are going to come and they're going to watch to see whether or not this is something they want to subscribe to. So what has happened with me is that he and his team, in addition to the YouTube monetization team, have gone in and viewed my material and gave me enough watch time that as of this morning, I am at 4,000 hours of watch time. Yeah, and 500 subscribers. That's my announcement, right? 4,000 hours, which is the minimum for YouTube monetization, and I'm at 500 subscribers. So all I need now is 500 more subscribers. So, making videos, putting them out there into however many platforms as you can. like sharing them on not only the YouTube, you got to share them on Facebook, you can share them in their Facebook stories, you can share them in Instagram, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, all these places, so that eventually, and if you're consistent about it, eventually, um, people are going to take notice and people are going to start subscribing to your channel. Now, maybe there's a video on there that might go viral. I'm not that's not a guarantee at all. But the thing about it is once your SEO score is improved, then some reason it show the improvement of that score shows your content to more people. And as it shows your content to more people get to look at it, and more people that resonate with what you are doing. No, it doesn't matter what that is, because when you have a channel, you're trying to brand yourself, right? So whatever it is that you say you're going to do, just do it. It's just like once you start doing it and you start doing it consistently, then somebody, not everybody, but somebody's gonna say, "Oh wow, I like that stuff. Let me go and visit that channel more often." And then they may not subscribe the first time, but maybe they'll come back and look at another video, and then they'll look at another video, and then all of a sudden, you know what? I like this stuff. Let me come back and subscribe, because I've done that. And just think about what you do when you go out and you look at somebody's channel, and do you subscribe like the first video you see? Nah. Even if you like it, you pretty much don't subscribe like the first time you see a video, right? Because I know I'll look at the video and go, I like that. And then I go back and look again to see what else they got. And then it might take up, it's just like anything else. Like if somebody's buying something, usually it takes at least 3 to 4 times or 3 to 7 times for somebody to see something before they make a decision about it. It could be like the first thing that you do is like mind blowing to somebody, they subscribe, but that's rare. Most people like to think about it, about stuff like that. People can make split decisions on other things a little bit faster, right? But typically, if they have to make a commitment to something, committing to something and just, happen to view it or whatever like that is different for a lot of people. A lot of people go in and they will view something several times. And it's like, okay, am I going to be committed enough to keep coming back to this channel, or do I want to keep getting notification from this channel because of the content? And if the answer is yes, they'll subscribe. If it's no, they won't. They may still come back and watch your channel periodically, but they don't see enough value in it to subscribe to it. You see what I mean? So, like I will go in and I watch people's channels, and sometimes I subscribe and sometimes I subscribe and turn on notifications because the material is so good that I want to get notified when they put out something else. And that's the thing about this whole SEO thing. You have to know how the end screens and subtitles and all these things that attract people to your channel. I guess I just wasn't getting it. So again, I hired somebody. His name is Sabil, and he can be reached on WhatsApp. And I think I put it. I don't know if I put it or not in the description below. His name and his WhatsApp number, because that's what I have. And so you can contact him on that number and just say you were referred by me, and he can, you guys negotiate whatever price that you want to negotiate. but you get in and you ask him, whatever it is you need for your own channel. And then, you guys can talk about whatever you want. But I know that I needed some quick service because my channel was a little bit older than everybody else's. And so I needed to get this thing like going like right now. So the rest is pretty much up to me. The 500 subscribers that I need to actually monetize is up to me, and for me to just keep going and uploading videos and or doing lives like this or whatever. Because I actually kind of like the live version. Uh, Doing the videos allows me to do the editing part. I'm not that great at editing, but I'm doing my best. Am I going to hire somebody to edit? Probably not. I'm just going to do whatever I can do. And as long as the message is clear, all that fancy stuff is irrelevant. And, the thumbnail, and I think the thumbnail, the tags, and the hashtags, and all that kind of stuff, that's important. But the fancy graphics and this, that, and the other, it's really not what makes the video. What makes the video is the information that you share in the video. And that's what people are attracted to, because all that other stuff is great. But if you're not sharing information that they feel like they can use, then, nothing happens. I know that I heard somebody say, stop worrying about treating others as you want to be treated. Treat people the way they want to be treated, and then they will come back and want to be around you, want to hear what you have to say. If you treat people the way they want to be treated, because we all grew up with the do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But the reality is, do unto others as they want done to them. Because if you're treating people the way you want to be treated, that's only thinking about yourself, right? That's only knowing what you want. But do you know what they want? Have you taken the time to ask them what they want? And that's one of the things that we don't do, right? We don't take the time to ask people what they want. And that could also be affecting how your channel is doing. I know one of my friends, Nix, she just put out a video asking the audience to interact with her, to tell her about them, of their personalities, what kind of things that they like, and so on and so forth. And so when you do something like that, and because people like to give their opinion, and regardless of whether they say out of their mouth they like talking about themselves, people like talking about themselves, and they're not going to share. Everybody's not going to share a whole bunch of personal stuff, so don't expect that. But people like sharing information about themselves. I do this and I do that because it makes them feel good. It also makes them want to interact with you on your channel, because now you're not only just putting information out there in the hopes that it'll touch somebody's life, but you're also asking them, do you enjoy what I'm doing? If so, then give me some feedback. Let me know what it is you enjoy, what you didn't enjoy, because it's not all about all the positive stuff either. It's about sharing information and then asking for their feedback, their honest feedback, because honest feedback doesn't only include the happy, joy part. It also includes the negative part too. So you have to kind of look at both sides of it And I know some people say, well, don't pay attention to the negative, but yes, you have to pay it. You have to know what people don't like in order to cater to what they do like. So all you're doing as far as looking at the negative comments is trying to read into what is it that they're in disagreement with, and then going to the positive side, because you're not marrying the negative. That's not what I'm saying. You're not marrying the negative. You're looking at the comment, the negative comment, and then you're going to say, what can I do to appeal to this particular person? And what do I see in this comment that I can turn around into something positive so that this person gets enjoyment out of what I'm doing as well as somebody else? So if you see more positive comments versus negative, that means you're doing something right, right? And also, if you see negative comments, you're doing something right, because people are not going to troll your YouTube channel because you're not successful. Typically, the trolls, the people that are just trolling YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all that to make negative comments, because there are people like that. They just go out there just with the intention in mind to make negative comments. But if you notice, you go to somebody's page whose page is not really going anywhere yet, the comments on that page are mostly positive, right? But when you see people on the page, like Wesley got the positive comments, but he also got the people calling him a fake and calling all this stuff. Those are the trolls. Those are people whose lives are centered around negativity. So if you see that on your channel, rejoice, because that means you've made it. That means that your channel is getting attention from all walks of life. But don't dwell on what they said. Just say, wow, I got a hater. Woohoo. It's just because I got haters on my Facebook lives. And at first it kind of stung. Anytime you go someplace and you're putting your heart out there and you're trying to give people information, and then all of a sudden you have these negative people that come in, it stings. It does. I mean, I don't care how positive you are. I don't care how many affirmations you do, how many meditations you do. It still stings. It's going to sting for a second. Now, if you haven't prepared yourself mentally and you haven't done any meditation, you haven't done any preparation like that, mental preparation, it's going to sting for a lot longer. But in any case, it stings. And then if you've prepared for it, you can let it go. It's like, okay, fine. Instead of, oh God, I gotta quit, So there's a difference in how it stings or how long it stings in your mental preparation. So prepare yourself. Once my channel gets out there a little bit more, I'm prepared, I think, that if people start trolling, that's fine. Everybody's not going to like the way I look. Everybody's not going to like the way I talk. Everybody's not going to like the way I dress. Everybody's not going to like me. But if I let that affect what I do, then I've failed already. Because if I stop doing anything, then they've won. And my personality is not, I don't like to let people beat me. I don't like to let situations beat me. I don't like to let people beat me. And if I stop something because somebody said something negative about it, then I've let them beat me. Now, not to say that I haven't done that, because I did that a few months ago with my um, my business Facebook page. Well, not my business. I'm sorry, my group on Facebook. So I started a group, and the group was mainly about motivation, inspiration, and then some tips about business and that sort of thing. And I was talking to this gentleman about it, and he said, motivation and inspiration groups are a dime a dozen. I don't know why you're doing that. And of course, I let it sting me a little too long, and I shut the group down. Well, technically shut the group down, because actually it's still going. It's just no activity in it. So think about that. How much time and effort are you putting into your channels? And if you're putting a lot of time and effort into your channels, don't let anybody else come in and crush your dream because they say something negative. It's just, it would degrade you to do that. Because I know when I cried for like a day. I seriously cried for like a day when I technically shut my group down. Because even though I didn't have a whole lot of participation, I did have people coming on into my group. A lot of people were coming there as a means to, or some other place for them to advertise. Those people, I understood what they were doing, but I had to kick them out because that was not the purpose of the group, right? So basically, for the motivation and inspiration part, I had maybe 2 people that were actually coming in and giving value to the group, in addition to what I was doing. So it was really slow going. And I didn't have the tools to, or the information, let's say it that way, the tools and information necessary to build the group the way I wanted. So when this guy said what he said, I was like, oh, yep, you're right, and shut it down. That was the wrong thing to do. Because having people talk you out of your dream, that doesn't benefit you. It's not going to benefit you at all. I don't think I would have gotten here because a year, I mean, it's going on a year. January will be 1 year that I've been doing this YouTube channel. And yes, I did slow down. And I wasn't doing a live every day like I was in the beginning. But I didn't stop. And that's the important part. Don't stop. It may seem like it's going really, really slow. One of my friends from my YouTube group posted something on Facebook the other day with an illustration of 2 ladders. One ladder had the shorter rungs, like the little bitty ones, right? The other ladder had these rungs where it was really high and they were really far apart. And it showed the one person going step by step, the small steps to get to the top. And then the other person was still trying to reach the bottom ladder because it was too high. So they set the bar way too high for themselves instead of just taking the baby steps. So I've been taking baby steps since January. And when you take the baby steps and you incorporate the things that you learn. Now, I was stubborn. I just knew that I could do this. I could go in here and I could improve this SEO score. I did this and I did that, and I was looking at other people's channels. I have another friend in the group called, her name is Lovin, and she has so much great information on her channel about improving SEO scores. And I looked at her channel over and over and over again, trying to figure out what she was doing, and incorporated some stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, now it's going to happen. It didn't. But maybe I was doing something wrong. I didn't know. But all I knew was that I had to keep going. I couldn't just let my channel, after all this work, just let it go by the wayside and just stop doing anything. So when I finally listened, you know, sometimes you can hear, but you don't listen. I finally listened to what Wesley was saying and finally gave up that stubborn, oh no, I need to do it, and hired this young man to help me do what he does best. That was not, I was the creator. You know, that was my job. It's not my job to do all of the other parts of it. Yeah, I was doing that before because the money wasn't available. But as you earn money, then reinvest it into yourself, right? So the money was available. So was now the person. So when you manifest that sort of thing, then do it. And you have to do it for yourself. Like, it's like, oh, well, I want to be the best at everything. Well, nobody is the best at everything. Just, you're not. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be the best at everything. And Bob Proctor is also always saying this, do what you're best at. The rest of it, farm it out. And so that's what I'm doing. At first, I felt really bad about this. Like, oh, God, that's a lazy way of doing it, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not the lazy way of doing it. It's a smart way of doing it. Rich people work smart. And rich people don't spend tons of time doing stuff they know that's going to hinder their progress because they're trying to figure it out, versus, oh, well, this person does this very well. Here, let me give them the money to do it. So if you start thinking, having that entrepreneurial or rich person mind, and just farm it out. And if you're spending 6 hours editing a video because you don't really know what you're doing, how much time is that taking away from you creating the actual video? That was me. I was spending so much time trying to edit and trying to make things perfect and trying to do this, and that I was not creating. I was creating videos on Facebook, and I'm still gonna upload all that stuff. But spending all that time trying to improve my SEOs, trying to figure out what I needed to do to make this channel, you know, go viral or whatever it is. It's still not viral. It's just that now that I know that I have somebody that has those expertise of tweaking whatever it is that needed to be tweaked. Why did I have to do that? That wasn't my expertise. And I could have spent months and months and months and then got past my year before I got my 4,000 hours, right? But now I have them. Now my job is to create so that I can attract the rest of those subscribers. There you go. It's that simple. And it took all this time, and this is very, very exciting, but it took all this time for my stubborn head to say, hire somebody. It is not lazy to hire somebody. Yes, you can still go and study it and make yourself aware of it, but do you have to do it? No. No, you don't have to do. You let somebody that's better at it than you are do it. Because if we're constantly thinking that we have to do every single thing, you're going to wear yourself out. Then what energy would you have left to create your content? Not much, right? So that was in and of itself. All this extra talk, was basically waiting for people to show up and that sort of thing. But it was to announce to you that I have now, because I listened finally to all the mentors, Wesley, Bob Proctor, Holton Buggs, Johnny Wembry, all these guys telling me, stop trying to do everything yourself. The meaning of a team is not you by yourself. It's you plus whoever else is on your team. And whoever that is, whether you hire them or they're your friend or whatever, they're still on your team. And so you with your team can make yourself a success. And I'm really happy and grateful for Wesley and Ariella for the YouTube monetization group. And these guys are fabulous. And I wanted to share it in picture, but then I said, you know what? No, I'm just going to go live and share the news. Whether they show up or not, that's up to them. But just to share that, I'm still going to share the photos from the vidIQ thing. But I just wanted to share it live just to kind of give this information to the public as well. Joining groups like Wesley's group, Wesley and Ariella's group, is very beneficial because in more ways than the monetization part. Yes, that is the purpose of the group. But that feeling of team, that feeling of family, I personally is more important than the monetization part. Now that may not be the same for you. Maybe yours may be totally different. But it was important to me to get monetized, but more important to me to spend time with my family and working together to help each other, get what we want in life. So, if you have or you're having some issues with your channel and maybe making thumbnails or banners or the SEO part or even doing content, sometimes you're confused about what content you want. Think about what you like or what you would like to see, or who do you associate with? Do you want to do mindset? Because I know in the YouTube that it's encouraged to do mindset because a lot of people are into that these days. And that is the products that you're promoting. But is that what you're passionate about? Because what you're passionate about is going to show up in your content too. If you're not passionate about it, it's hard to get excited about something you're not passionate about. Now, I've seen so many people in our YouTube group that are hugely passionate about mindset and that sort of thing because it helps them. It benefits them. And they just want to share that with other people. Personally, I like to share a whole bunch of stuff that I'm reading or something that I just learned or whatever that is, or stuff like this that I'm sharing an accomplishment with people so that they know that they can do it themselves. That's my positivity message. Positivity is not all about just in the head. It's being positive about different things in life. Being positive about a book, being positive about something that you learned, being positive about a video that you just watched, or a person that you just met, or something, or a place that you just been. Like I just came back from Cancun in a session with my company, Ibuumerang, that I keep telling you guys about. And one of the themes of the session was, you know, we do 20% training and 80% party. It's a really good company, and I met so many wonderful people there that, you know, it just inspired me. So to share whatever inspires you on your channel, and then you'll be more present with it, and then you'll be happier with it, and people will see that, and people will feel that, and then, you know, who knows? You know, like my girl Tabitha Brown, she went viral eating a sandwich because she enjoys food. But she was eating a sandwich. She's a vegan, and so she shares her vegan journey with people. And the thing about the sandwich is that she really enjoyed it. And so she shared that with people in her natural way, not necessarily trying to copy anybody else or anything. She just shared herself. So do that. You know, your channel, something you do on your channel may go viral. Who knows? You know, I'm still hoping for that. But just share yourself, be yourself, and do whatever on your channel that you feel that you can do or that you want to do. And if you can't find anything, upload other people's videos. Just make sure it's not copyrighted, because that could be a problem. But guys, just I'm just happy. I'm very happy, and I'm very grateful with this young man. And again, I think I left his information in the description. I'm not sure, but if I didn't, I'm going to put it in there after this. And you can contact him if you like, and you guys can talk and see what he can do for you. And I'm very, very happy. 500 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Hallelujah. Okay, guys. So I did, however, I think I did anyway. I think I left the link below about my Ibuumerang company that I'm always talking about, and I'm inviting you to take a look at. But also, even if you don't take a look at the company, I do have free gifts for you. And whether or not you utilize the gifts or not, I would appreciate it if you would activate the codes. Because here's what happens when you activate the code. The code activation activates contribution to a charity that feeds hungry children. That's my goal. The sites that the activations go to, they will help you in saving some money, but that's up to you as far as whether or not you utilize the platforms or not, because you're not paying anything for it. They're free. But activate the codes so that we can get these children fed. I'd appreciate that. So I will talk to you guys later. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video to my channel. And you can share this video with whomever you think may benefit from it. So I will talk to you guys later. But in the meantime, I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.